Hey Serge, welcome back for another week of these web series that we're talking. Tonight you have Mr. Josue with you. And first I just want to say I miss and love every single one of you guys. I know quarantine got us separated by distance, but we still love each other. We still miss you. Trust me, I'm a teacher, so I missed every single one of my students last year. And plus now I'm not being able to hang out and spend time with you guys and worship together. It's taking the toll. It's taking the toll. But I hope you guys are enjoying your summer vacation. We only have a few weeks left. But I'm pretty sure some of you guys are looking at me and just saying, hey, Mr. Josue, to be real with you, I've been on summer vacation since March. And I'll look at you and I'll be like, I believe you. I believe you have done absolutely no schoolwork since March, which shame on you. But I hope you're at least learning, doing something productive during these last few months. But let's go ahead and continue our online series. If you guys haven't watched, definitely take time and rewatch or watch those first 3 weeks where you had Pastor Andres just dropping amazing word on the story of Stephen. And then you have Alicia giving her testimony on week 3. So definitely take a few minutes, go back, take notes, share, comment on those videos. It's going to bless your life. I know you guys are probably looking at me like, yo, Mr. Josue, you look kind of messed up. Yes, I'm sorry. I have not been taking the proper grooming techniques since quarantine. I've been lazy. I apologize. I need to go out there and fix myself up. But let's just jump right into it. So week 4, our online series, and I just want to start with the verse in John chapter 12, verse 26, which says, whoever serves me must follow me. Where I am, my servant will also be. My Father will honor the one who serves me. So whenever you decide to follow God and to follow Jesus and live according to his, the way he told us to live, there's a promise there. And it says his Father will honor thee. So in other words, the Father, our God, will be with you always. And thinking about this verse, it makes me reflect on the story back in Daniel chapter 3, where we see these 3 young boys, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. These 3 young teenage boys, the Bible talks they were young. They were men, young men who decided not to follow the popular belief. So we know we live in a time right now where probably serving God, probably being a Christian, probably saying we love Jesus is not a popular comment. Sometimes we get ridiculed. Sometimes we get made fun of. Sometimes they turn our backs on us, or they just get angry the fact that we serve God, which we're not saying anything bad to them. But just by saying that comment, I love God, I follow Jesus, people just look at us crazy because especially we see what's going on around us. Following God is not, or declaring Christianity is not a popular belief or something that's really even tolerated sometimes. But in this story in Daniel chapter 3, we see these 3 young men that during their time, there was a king named Nebuchadnezzar. And Nebuchadnezzar made a decree. First, he created a statue honoring himself, a big gold statue. And he said that whenever there's noise or whenever you hear these loud music, everybody has to bow down and has to serve or worship the statue. But these 3 young men, whenever that happened, decided, you know what? We're not going to do that. Just because everybody else is bowing down before this statue and worshiping this false idol, we're not going to do it. But let me tell you what that punishment was for not bowing down and worshiping that idol. The punishment was being thrown in a burning furnace, pretty much like a hot oven or a hot fireplace. Think about it like that. So if you have a full blown out fire, think about pretty much being burnt. So they were brought before Nebuchadnezzar. And Nebuchadnezzar said, you know what? You don't want to worship my idol, my statue I created for myself? I'm going to throw you in that furnace. So they threw him in the furnace, all 3 of them. But guess what happened? Absolutely nothing happened to their bodies. Their clothes weren't torn off and didn't get burnt. Nothing happened to them. But on top of that, when Nebuchadnezzar was looking to the furnace and he saw nothing was happening to them, he did not see only 3 people. He saw 4 people in that furnace. So he saw an extra person that was not thrown in there, protecting them. And because of that, Nebuchadnezzar was in shock. They was like, what? And he took him out and he says, it's truly that you serve the correct God and we will honor your God as well. So whenever you feel like, listen, it's not popular to worship Jesus, it's not popular to worship God or declare Christianity or share a Christian post or share a post that says something about God, God is with you. And when you do that, he smiles upon you and he's going to honor you when you share his post. Trust me, I know I grew up Christian my whole life. And there's been points in time in my life, especially in school, where, I was timid to say that I was Christian just for the simple fact that I'm going to get made fun of. I don't want to lose my friends. But when you get, even as an adult, trust me, you could talk to some of these adults and they'll tell you, even as an adult, if you say you're Christian, you're going to lose a few friends just for saying Christianity. But you know what? I'm okay with that because I'd rather follow God and have him by my side than have people that can't even be with me just because of my belief system. So there's going to be things that we're going to cut and things that we're going to have to go through. And trust me, I'm okay with that. And I hope you'll be okay with that too. To not just be popular just to say because you're Christian. So trust me, choose God over popular opinions any day, any week. I hope these few minutes, I wish I'd go more in detail, but it's an online series. I don't want to lose your interest. But I love you, and I hope these few minutes have blessed your life. And I ask that you just, keep reading your word, keep being in your word, keep watching these series that we throw out week after week. Share, like, comment, and just remember, we can't wait for all this to be over just to hang out with you guys once again. I love you. Take care. God bless you.